Pull up these stats. All right, guys. We're still working on it. Here we go. Apologies, guys. This stream has been fighting me for a while now. All right. Almost there. Almost there. All right. That's about as good as we're going to get it for today. There we go. Sorry about the delay, guys. We had some technical difficulties, but everything seems to be in order now. All right, welcome everybody to the stream. We are here once again with the Indiana Fever versus the Los Angeles Sparks. Just gotta deciding if I want to keep my own personal scoreboard up. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of my own personal scoreboard for this stream. Make a few adjustments. So hold fast, everybody. All right, let me bring myself about right there. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Now, I know a lot of you like to hear the actual game, so if you want to bear with me, I'll see if I can make that happen for you. I've just got to do a few more things. One being pop out this chat. So let's go ahead and pop this chat out. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right. Now, let's see if we can get some of this game sound for you guys. Let's see. All right, we're going to go ahead and just let things be for right now. Looks like Brink just checked in. Hello, everybody in the chat. I don't know how to say your name. My view. What's up, nephew? All right. Now, you guys all know that the number one thing from Cameron Brink is her fouls. So let's see if she can get that under control. Mitchell in for an easy layup. All right, we got Plum bringing it up the court. All right, we got Hemby back to Plum. Fades away. No good. All right, almost out of bounds. Brink gets stripped, and Agumake gets run over by Atkins. No, that's Atkins who got run over. I have awesome graphics. All right. All right, we're on commercial now, so let's work on that audio. Let's see if we can get the game audio for you guys. Hold fast while we figure this out. Hmm. Now we have a new thing up here called application audio capture. It might be that. I've got to move my chat. Give me 1 second. Let's move this chat somewhere it won't disappear every time I make a selection. Let's do this. Let's move it over here. Stick it in the corner. About right there. All right, not too bad. There we go. All right, thank everybody who has stopped by so far. Right now, we're working on getting you guys the game audio. It's something new I'm trying, so bear with me. I've got to try to work my OBS while simultaneously trying to call the game. Not so easy. So let's gotta figure out how to get this audio capture. Nope, haven't figured it out yet. Haven't figured it out yet. But the game's starting back up. All right, we're back at, let's see. All right, Clark with the ball at, at the top of the key. Going up against Brink, passes it out to Ty Harris, who hits a easy three-pointer. All right, we got Plum bringing the ball up, passes it over to, it looks like Agumake, holding it up top, screening for Plum, thinks about a three, drives on Clark for an easy two. We are once again going to see what the Sparks look like against real competition. Harris with a horrible turnover. Oh, an easy layup the other way for Agumake. Dang. Clark doing a ton of the heavy lifting for the Fever right now. With Sparks with a timeout. Was that a foul? Let's go ahead and adjust this. Looks like a Lexi Hole foul. Yep. First personal foul for Lexi Hole. All right. Ray Burrell misses a layup but gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Brink, who turns the ball over. She's claiming she was fouled, but looked like a okay. So not a foul. It was just tipped out of bounds. People still giving Brink a ton of room, which I don't understand. Brink returned from injury 9 months ago. She played the end of the 2025 season. She played an unrivaled. She's she should be good. 9 months is way too long to use an injury as an excuse. Plum just bullying down low, knocking Lexi Hull right out of the way for an easy two-pointer. Now you got Brink bringing the ball up, trying to get around Burrell. Oh, and is swatted by Cameron Brink. That is the Cameron Brink the basketball world has been waiting for. She swatted Caitlin Clark's ball into the stands. That is how you're supposed to do it. She didn't foul. She was patient. Good for her. Now let's get about two or three more of those. All right. Now the game's getting good, guys. Lexi Hall inbounding. Let's see if the Sparks can take that energy and do something with it. Lexi Hall for three, no good. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized they subbed in Chance Gray. When did she get in the game? Looks like a foul down low on Gray. She was in for 30 seconds and already her foul. Way too fast. All right, Kelsey Mitchell cuts for an easy two. There you go. Plum passing it out to Wheeler. No good. Brink with a big rebound, but it looks like she took an elbow to the face. Where did she get hit? Did she get poked in the eye? Nah, you're good. You're a big girl, Brink. Rub some dirt on it. All right, we got Plum passing it to Hamby, but Cunningham snatches it from a poor pass. Boston goes for a three, no good. The Sparks recover the ball. Wheeler Wheeler blocked their ball, grabbed the rebound, and now it's back the other way with the Fever. Kelsey Mitchell, no good on the three. Let's see. Let's cut that out. Brink is looking a little more comfortable and confident. Let's see if she can do. She stops Aaliyah Boston. Brink is putting in a lot more effort. She's playing defense. She's not doing much on offense. All right, we've got Plum bringing it up for the last few seconds of the quarter. All right, let's see. Hamby with the ball, passes it to Wheeler, who is no good. Not a bad first quarter. You're seeing what you want to see from everyone. This is a must-win game for the LA Sparks. You got to understand the Sparks are in this win now mode. All right, let's go ahead and all right, we're going to go ahead and mute that. All right. Now, like I told you guys, I'm going to work on trying to get you the game audio. All right, let's see. I hate. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some research. All right, while we're on commercial, I'm gonna see. All right, let's see. All right, let's go ahead and mute this. Go here. All right, let's see. All right, we're still trying to figure it out. All right. All right. Hmm. All right, we are still working on it, but the game's back on, so I'm going to have to call it. All right, apologies, guys. I'm going to do research next game to figure out just how to get you guys that game audio. Ooh, no good with the three from Caitlin Clark. Wheeler with the short two. Bring the Sparks back within five. There we go. We'll just have to do it any way we can figure it out. Los Angeles Sparks keeping it surprisingly close. All right, you guys hold fast while I step away for a quick second.
said to the official she could not get over that screen. Seventh overall pick back in 2018 of the Washington Mystics. Won a title with the Mystics in 2019. Spent last season with Chicago and had to do a lot more after the injury to Courtney Vandersloot. Brought here for her defense. Sophie Cunningham from the corner for three. Sophie Cunningham has a role on this team that I think she just does so well. She plays off of Clark and the stars on this team, like Aaliyah Boston, so well. She just gets it. Atkins from the elbow. Dillon's crashing. Both teams looking for their first win of the year, and they get to call an offensive foul. Too much space by Boston. Plum over there, chatting. So look at Sophie in the right-hand corner here. She's calling for that ball wide open, and that's the problem. If you overhelp on Caitlin Clark, she can get the pass. She's really good at the skip pass over to the corner, and Cunningham's ready. And you know who else is ready? Paris Lawson is ready to tell us more about Sophie.
Well, this is a point of emphasis that head coach Stephanie White said after that Dallas game, that they missed Sophie Cunningham on a couple of offensive possessions. So here in this game, Beaver really looking for her offensively because she is such a good mover off the ball.
She's got 5 already tonight, as they should. And look how she leaks out. When they get the rebound, she gets down court calling for the ball. and the Portland Fire. How fun was that one last night? And then Ion on Friday. The Mystics going to visit the Fever in Indy, and then the Toronto Tempo will be here in Los Angeles taking on the Sparks. For more info on those games, WNBA.com. That is Cameron Brink jumping in.
We're just starting to get a glimpse of what this LA Sparks team could really be this season, with Brink and Burrell communicating with each other right now, and some really nice plays coming together.
Great first half so far from Cameron Brink. You gotta imagine her team is happy with her performance. And the Fever, no doubt happy with Kelsey Mitchell, 14 and counting for number 0.
And Plum had a hand in her face the entire time. That was a contested shot.
You're 9 for Mitchell, and we've got a defensive 3-second violation on Mo Billings. But yeah, there she is. Year 9, second overall pick. Back in 2018, she is a Fever lifer, been with the Fever through the tough times, and now getting to enjoy things as they start to head back towards the top.
And I like that. I think she
All right.
put the league on notice.
I told you guys I wouldn't give up.
Respect
Oh, yeah.
all around the league, and well-deserved.
Finished 5th in the MVP vote.
It wasn't
last
easy.
season, averaged 20 points.
This is going to be a terrible stream, but you know what? The work I put in to get this figured out today
Save there by the rookie
is going to make all my future streams much better. Because I will tell you guys this, Google or whoever, they did a great job of making sure capturing game audio and game video was not easy.
Mitchell still disagreeing with that one. Sometimes you just gotta walk it off.
Well, that's how Kelsey Plum makes her money. I mean, she is so good at working her way into the lane, and she's a crafty vet. She knows how to get to the foul line.
WNBA Wednesdays on USA, aka our W headers, continue next week with another.
All right, now we are back in business.
Caitlin Clark back with the Fever, taking on the Fire.
Apologies for the delay, guys. It was not easy.
Chicago to take on the Sky. Our coverage begins right here on USA at 6:30. 9-point Fever lead. They were up 4 after 1. Have extended that lead here. They're 6 of 7 from the floor in our second quarter. Clark.
All right. I'm just working on the audio, guys. Making sure you guys can hear me clearly. Making sure you can hear the game.
It's going to be on Ray Burrell. And the good news for Burrell and the Sparks, that's just her first. A little bit of foul trouble in the first half on Sunday. I think that was part of the reason she kind of struggled to find her offensive rhythm.
Ray Burrell's one of these players who's just getting better and better each and every year, the last 3 seasons in particular, but she's long and athletic, and the upside of her career is still years to come. She's got a lot to do, and I think this team is a really good fit for her, so hopefully she can reach that level here.
So the game sounds great.
Yeah.
I sound terrible.
Opposing coach Steph White talked about Ray before the game because she was an assistant coach on the U.S. team that was in Puerto Rico for FIBA World Cup qualifying.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and she talked about just having extra time with her and just kind of seeing.
So I want to see how I sound when I mute the game audio.
Free throws. Thanks to our cool free throw graphic at the bottom of our bug. Nice move there by the Rook, and then a little too hot on the pass. Was expecting Plum to rotate a little bit further down the arc. KP all smiles across the court at her Rook.
Yeah, you can see, you could just feel they're early in the season.
Early in the season, but we got a good one here in LA. More on USA after this.
Hey, lots to figure this out tonight. So let's just go with the old testing.
Ally helps millions spend smarter, and
such
save more for the things
selected
that matter
oat
most to
product.
them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
At first, she thought it was a coincidence. But turns out, community moves you. Quite literally. Explore your story.
We're here for those who build America.
Game audio.
Those who believe that giving everything we
I'm trying to figure out just what caused my audio to go crazy. All right, we're gonna try this.
Every Wednesday, USA is your home for the W. This week's doubleheader has your superstars and your rising stars. First up, the Fire face the Fever. Then the Wings take to the sky in Chicago. Coverage begins at 6:30 on USA.
We have a massive supercell base that's barreling toward us. You're watching the stream. Take cover. This is freaking bad. This is insane! Big tornado! Oh my god!
All right. Whoa, that is super high. Bring that way down.
With endless comfort. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Game day doesn't always go as planned. A soccer player only has one cleat.
There we go. There we go.
For over 70 years, families have been turning
There
to
we
Big
go.
Five
It took long
sporting goods.
enough.
Big brands, big savings. Big
Guys.
Five. Shop in store or online.
For the one person who sat in here all that time and
All right, Leah, it's time.
suffered through me trying to figure out how to get this game audio good, get my audio good. I just want to thank you. There's one person, I thank you so much. All right. The game is back on.
And Shamikwa and El Duncan. American Express at the half, coming up just a little over 3 minutes. Duncis.
Loving what I'm
Back
seeing.
iron. Hines Allen with the rebound.
Clark again. Clark has switched on the Brink multiple times this game. Interesting.
Tonight. Duntis off the mark again. Sparks let it roll out. Los Angeles basketball. Hines Allen gives you that toughness on your bench. She's a good rebounder.
All right.
She's just a player that I think will always be welcome on any team because of what she offers you. Fever now 6 of 16 from 3. LA just 2 for 8.
All right, Kelsey Plum down low.
On Kelsey here.
She moves back up top. She steps out for a 3. Nasty air ball from Plum.
Frustration there from Kelsey Plum. She knows she had to force that one up. The offense just a little bit off as they try to rush it. Under 2 minutes to go.
Sparks shooting 22% from 3.
First of 3 between these
Tough.
two this season.
Kaden Clark driving in, shoots it out.
Ball movement here by Indy.
Good ball movement from Indiana. Yes. Solid three-pointer.
For Kelsey Mitchell.
Kelsey Mitchell has come to play today. I don't know if I've actually seen Cameron Brink shoot. Oh, no. We've got a player hurt. What was that?
So smooth. And it's the extra pass, and it starts with Caitlin Clark. But everybody got the memo that we need one more pass. Let's give up the good shot and look for the great one. And you can see head coach Steph White was pleased with that. Foul on Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink picked up a foul. Of course it was Cameron Brink.
About 20 to go in the first half.
Cameron Brink with the rebound. And she stepped out of bounds.
And you were
Brink
just talking about it. Hines Allen
has
does all the little things.
got
Forcing
to
the turnover.
get it together.
Yeah, and she is just physically strong and tough, and you have
Like,
to love
Brink gets the
a player
rebound
who
and
just
then
knows
steps
how
out
to
of
get in
bounds.
there, get a stop, get an extra possession for your team.
And there's a bucket from Clark. First, since the first 2 minutes of the first quarter.
All right. Oh, Kelsey Plum driving in and draws a foul.
I believe Mitchell. Let's see. It's going to be number 2 on Kelsey Mitchell.
Kelsey Plum having to do a little bit of ISO ball here and kind of take over as she tries to get the offense rolling for her Sparks team.
Plum has 10, Hamby with 8, Bull McKay 5, Burrell 4. But Kelsey Mitchell with 17 in her first 14 minutes tonight. The 30-year-old vet is the star so far. Sparks.
All right.
12 made field goals, Leah, but 10 turnovers in this first half.
And remember
10 turnovers from the Sparks is crazy.
Turnovers in that game, and so that is something they're going to have to show.
Looks like Wheeler is stepping out and Atkins is stepping in.
Up and down the court we saw early in this first half.
Plum hits the first again. In addition to our scorebug here at USA, little basketballs will fill in if a player makes them and light up in orange and white. As you see, Plum missed the second, so stays black and white, less exciting. Like that. Fun addition.
All right, Clark guarded by Atkins.
Sometimes looks down when free throws are being taken. Nice defense by Atkins. 5 seconds to go. Clark the kick out.
Clark kicks it out. And Cunningham smartly grabs the outbound ball, throws it back in at a Spark, and Fever ball. That's experience for you guys.
Fever contingent in the house. Happy about that, and happy about that too. Nice
Quick two-pointer from Caitlin Clark.
Does a nice job of just getting the obvious and quick read.
Largest lead of the night for Indiana. The stutter step from Plum.
Kelsey Plum drives in with a scoop and score to bring the Sparks back within 14. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Looks like she's driving. She just...
And got an offensive foul.
Offensive foul called on Caitlin Clark for driving in. Let's see that. Let's see the video. Let's see if Clark actually pushed off. I guess they're not going to show us the replay.
Clock is off. Final 15 seconds of this first half.
Erica Wheeler bringing it up.
2 on Caitlin Clark.
Let's see how the Sparks ended. Oh, Wheeler driving. Kicks it out to Cameron Brink for 3. No good from Cameron Brink.
And that will do it for our first half.
Let's look at Brink's stats. I mean, I saw a good...
Sparks and Caitlin Clark and the Fever. Clark with 11 to go along with her.
Sorry, Clark was jarring at the refs. I was checking to see if she might get a T called. She was very upset.
Might not be going away yet. It might have had a technical foul there just as this first half was expiring.
Yeah, I was right. They're checking in to see if
So that was the initial foul, and then we believe a technical.
Did they really call it tech on Caitlin Clark for jarring at the refs?
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Our Paris Lawson has Kelsey Plum. Beg your pardon, Kelsey Mitchell.
Thanks, Kate. Here with Kelsey Mitchell, and Kelsey, we know defense was a huge priority.
How do you get Kelsey Plum mixed up with Kelsey Mitchell?
I think it's good. I think you gotta have a collective effort. You gotta be able to rotate on both.
All right, let's go ahead and mute the feed. Let's review these stats. Let's go ahead and start with the Sparks. Down 14 points, as you guys can see. Ray Burrell. There's no way. What's up with these scores? Are they not being updated? Google isn't updating the Sparks' points. Look at that. They're paying attention to the Fevers, but you click on the Sparks and there's nothing there. So let's go ahead and try to find a new let's see if WNBA is doing a better job than Google. Nope, that is back to Google. Can I get it up? There we go. I just had to reset the entire thing. I was really interested to see how Cameron Brink did simply because I saw her pick up quick fouls, quick turnovers. Yeah, look at that. They're letting Cameron Brink play, but while she's played 3 turnovers, not as bad. I would love to see her plus minus because, quite frankly, there's something going on with Brink. She's afraid to really shoot. 1 for 3. 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers, 1 foul. I want to say that's bad, but compared to the rest of the Sparks, I mean, look at Kelsey Plum. Yeah, she's got 13 points, and we can respect that. But she's also got 3 turnovers, 2 fouls. Ariel Atkins, same thing. Let's look at the Fever. Caitlin Clark having a rough turnover day, but that's about it. Lots of fouls all around. This foul situation, this is a league-wide problem. Everyone in the league is being forced to try to figure out how to play defense without fouling. Look at these fouls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fouls the first half for the Fever. Going over to the Sparks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for the Sparks. That's not because the Sparks and the Fever just simply foul more than every other team in the league. It's a league-wide issue. And respect to Caitlin Clark, this is because of her, because the league got tired of everyone in the basketball world watching her get beat up on for 2 straight years. They finally did something about it, and guess what? Now she learned how to fight back, and now she's fighting back and getting fouled for it. It's crazy. Let's take a look at the points scored. Let's start with the Fever. Monique Billings, 6. Sophie Cunningham, 7. Aaliyah Boston, 0. What's going on with Aaliyah Boston? I know I hadn't seen her, but I just assumed she'd scored. I just assumed. Kelsey Mitchell, 17. Caitlin Clark, 11. We've got Lexi Hall with 1. Harris, 3. Dantis, 3. Let's take a look at the Sparks. We've got 4 points from Ray Burrell. Nneka, 5. De'Erica Hamby, 8. Kelsey Plum, 13. Cameron Brink, 2. Erica Wheeler, 2. Ariel Atkins has got to prove her worth. She has 0 points in the first half. You guys got to remember. The Los Angeles Sparks traded their future NBA, WNBA All-Star, definitely first team, second team player for somebody who in the last 2 games has scored maybe 4 points in 2 games. Let's go ahead and check back in. Sparks. It was Sparks versus, was it who did the Sparks play a couple days ago? Let's just go to Sparks versus and Sparks. I guess you have to not spell Sparks with 2 P's. Games. Where do I see the games? I wanted to check in with Ariel Atkins. They do not make this easy. They do not make this easy. Players. Like, when did they come up with this? This whole system is a little bit different. Okay, let's go to Sparks versus Aces. During the Sparks versus Aces game, Ariel Atkins scored 8 points. Now I streamed that game, so I know for a fact that Ariel Atkins scored half her points in garbage time. The first 40 the first 38 minutes of the game, she had 4 points scored. That's not going to cut it. Scoring all your points in garbage time. Remember, the Sparks traded for Ariel Atkins. And to see her putting up 0 at the half for the current game, and then we're reviewing how she performed for the last game, she does not hold a terrible candle to Rickea Jackson. That trade so far, not worth it for the Sparks. I'm like you guys. I know most of you are wondering what that trade was about. You look at this and you see 0 points for the half. Where is she? Played 13 minutes. 0 for 3. 0 for 4. Couldn't draw any fouls. No rebounds. She got 2 assists, 1 steal. But she also turned the ball over twice and committed 2 fouls. She is in the negative. We will see. Let's see. They're talking about Cameron Brink. What are they saying about Cameron Brink?
Do it. So good for Cameron to have that. You have to have a certain level of confidence about yourself, and Cameron showing that.
Oh, that block was like a volleyball player.
Really
That was a volleyball.
She's built like a volleyball
They're
player.
talking about Cameron Brink getting a foul on Kaylin Clark.
We told you before we were coming in that the Fever were 1.5-point favorite to win this game. They are now a 10.5-point favorite to win this game as they currently have a 14-point lead. But again, don't count out the Sparks. There's still plenty of game left to play. A couple of games played earlier today. We're going to take you around.
So the Sparks are still trying to figure things out. Right now, it looks like, for example, Nneka was the team's leading scorer in the last game. She's only shot 3 times so far. At least she's made hers, unlike some people. Erica Wheeler has been terrible again. The problem with Erica Wheeler, she has no fear when it comes to letting that ball fly. The only other problem is she has terrible percentages. Erica Wheeler honestly couldn't hit water if she threw a fish out of a boat into the ocean. And that's just the way it is. Tanaya Latin hasn't really played. They haven't played Park. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to let this play. You know, I can't let the I have got to take a picture. I'll let this bad boy sleep from now on. Somebody got to do it.
powerful backing of American Express.
Well, if you missed our earlier game here on our Wednesday night doubleheader, it was the Aces and the Sun. Kennedy Carter went absolutely off. You see here with the layup, another layup. In fact, Renee Montgomery kept yelling.
All right, I will say this. Kennedy Carter is not doing a single thing she didn't do when she was the leading scorer for the Chicago Sky. She didn't get put out of the league last year because of her inability to put the ball in the hoop. She got put out of the league because that hard foul against Caitlin Clark and her attitude about it. It's the same reason they gave Teaspoon the boot.
As a franchise facing the storm, and she did everything she could to help them. You see her there with the triple, and then from way outside.
Like, you guys are going to, I promise you, Kennedy Carter is going to win 6th Woman of the Year easily.
Marina Mabrey 53 points in her last 2 games, and happening right now, Golden State taking on Chicago.
Now my question is this: is this a win now year for the Sparks, or is this a tank year? Because we all know half the league is tanking for Juju this year. She is easily the biggest prize since Caitlin Clark. What do you guys think? All right, guys, I'm going to let the sound play. I'm going to step away for a second.
There's going out to eat.
I will be back.
There's going all out with Platinum. Be among the first to know when tables open on Resi with Priority Notify. Make the most of up to $400 in Resi credit by sampling the menu over and over again. And show your friends what the hype's all about with Platinum Nights. With dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. There's nothing like Platinum.
Kia, movement that inspires.
This summer, when the sun sets, greatness will rise.
The winner of the 80th U.S. Women's Open.
The U.S. Women's Open begins June 4th on USA.
We have a massive supercell base that's barreling toward us. You're watching the stream. Take cover. This is freaking bad. This is insane! Get tornado! Oh my god!
Camping adventures build lasting memories. And before nights around the campfire, the outdoors start at Big 5. With the camping gear families need for nights under the stars and great fireside fun. Big brands, big savings, Big 5.
Your upgrade is ready, Miss Langley.
Thank you so much.
Watching the WNBA on USA, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. 2 quarters in the books here at Crypto.com Arena, and so far it has been all Indiana Fever. 48-34 right now as we start quarter number 3. Hi everybody, welcome courtside here in Los Angeles. Leah B. Olson and Kate Scott with you. Paris Lawson is with us as well, and it was a great first half, especially as we saw from our trio back in the studio from Kelsey Mitchell, the 30-year veteran, leading the way for the Indiana Fever so far today. She's going to be the focus of our Corona Connections. Let's take a look at her first 2 quarters.
Yeah, one of the best offensive players in the W. Kelsey Mitchell knows how to get points, and she doesn't need much space or much time, but she's knocking down 3-pointers, and the release is a quick one. She's making an impact. She is so good at holding her defenders off, getting her open looks. She is a quick release, and this Indiana team, they have have a lot of strong
All right.
firepower in this starting lineup.
And they were so good, especially in that second quarter, led by Mitchell. The Fever 9 of 15 from the floor.
All right, guys, we are back.
So Kelsey Plum shooting a technical free throw because as the teams were heading to the locker rooms, so this was.
They really did give Caitlin Clark a technical foul.
About it. And there was the technical right there.
Well, and it was definitely looked like a foul to me as she pushed off.
All right, Derek Hamby to Plum.
As she was walking off the court, had the conversation with the officials. So we play on here in the second half, and we'll see how Caitlin impacts the second half. I'm guessing
Caitlin Clark with the ball up top.
She will as well at 7 points in the first 2 minutes.
Aaliyah Boston still hasn't taken a shot. Cunningham drives, gets blocked, and we've got, let's see, Ariel Atkins, no good. Kicks it out to Plum. Plum gets stripped. Mo Billings driving. Let's see, can she connect? No, she misses her layup, and it's back the other way with Atkins. Drives, shoots, draws a late foul. Very late foul from Atkins.
Well, it's going to be interesting here in this third quarter, Leah. If somebody else in the purple and gold can get going, because Kelsey Plum, 14 points in the first half. Hamby with 8. Very quiet, just 4 points from the Sparks bench so far. And that's going to be the third personal potentially on Aaliyah Boston. So it looks like Indiana may.
What is going on with Aaliyah Boston this game?
I'm so hungry.
All right, let's check back in with those box scores, player stats. I would really like to know what was said to Aaliyah Boston. 0 for 2, 0 points so far. What is going on with her? I have never seen Aaliyah Boston play this way. Sparks, on the other hand, it looks like Ariel Atkins, 0 points still. As a starter, unacceptable for both Aaliyah Boston for the Fever and Ariel Atkins, honestly, for the Sparks. 0 points, unacceptable. That T also was unnecessary. Come on. That was a terrible call called on Caitlin Clark, and then you give her a T for just arguing back. Come on. These referees have to pull up their dungarees and stop being so sensitive. Let's see. The Sparks down 13, unfortunately. This win now year needs to start winning now, or there are going to be a lot of people losing a lot of jobs. Now, the Sparks just brought in a new president. Is that the reason that Cameron Brink is still on the floor? Because we all know the coach and the GM are not fans of Cameron Brink, but she has played 10 minutes this game. She hasn't been very productive in those 10 minutes. She blocked Caitlin Clark's shot, which is going to be all over social media. But she's also produced, let's see, 3 turnovers. She's got 2 blocks. She's got a foul. She's got 3 rebounds. She scored 2 points. I can't wait to see the plus minus on on Brink. Clark, on the other hand, 11 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 2 fouls. One of those being a technical foul, unfortunately. All right, guys, it looks like the game's back on. Let's get some game sound going.
Have made their decision. Just making sure they're all on the same page. Here's Simmons.
Why don't they mic the refs?
There is illegal arm-to-arm contact made by Boston while she was in her shooting motion. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful Indiana loses their timeout and their ability to challenge further.
All right, so Indiana loses that one. This is just not a good game for Aaliyah Boston. I'm not sure what's going on with her.
Fever thought that the foul came before she was in her actual shot.
And maybe we thought when we were watching the replays during the commercial break, if your
all right, Ariel Atkins with their first points of the game.
The top of your hand, that's considered a part of the ball still. So we thought maybe they'd be looking at that as well. But unsuccessful challenge. So no more challenges for the Fever. Sparks still
let's see.
Challenge.
Right, there you go. 2 points. Ariel Atkins has scored her first 2 points. Now we've got Caitlin Clark bringing the ball up court. Guarded by Atkins. Switching on to Hamby. She kicks it out to Kelsey Mitchell, who shoots and draws a foul.
Let's make sure that Mitchell's okay.
She doesn't look too hurt, but she is still down on the ground.
Injury-riddled Fever squad last season. Took them all the way to that decisive Game 5 of the WNBA semifinals against the eventual champion Las Vegas Aces.
She's fine. She's back up. A little bit of a limp.
The previous play is under review for a potential flagrant foul.
Okay.
Why? What? I didn't see anything, guys.
The fans let the officials know, okay, we love the pace of this first half.
Flagrant foul.
The start of this second so far.
Oh, because Ariel Atkins stepped into the path of Mitchell.
That was a weird foul by Atkins. Did she swap it? I think she swiped.
So she swiped at.
Actually ended up hitting her in the leg.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, on her liftoff is where she gets hit, and so.
These voices don't know what they're talking about. It can be a flagrant because Atkins stepped into Mitchell's path. The place where Mitchell's foot was going to land as she was driving, Atkins stepped into it, causing Mitchell to step on her foot, buckle, and drop to the ground. And we all know that stepping in a shooter's path, where their landing zone is bad, but stepping into someone's path where they're running could potentially be worse. So we'll see.
And that's just who she is as a person and one of the best players in the W. But it was an incredible run by the Fever, and it was led by her.
Caitlin Clark was out.
I would really like the NBA to start miking up the refs.
After review, while there is foot-to-foot contact, there is deemed no reckless closeout on the play. Mitchell was in her shooting motion at the time of illegal contact. Therefore, she will be awarded 2 free throws. Common foul.
Well, there you go.
Good explanation there from Claire Simmons. I always appreciate when people make it clear for me. Let's take a look at the foot-to-foot contact. They were looking for that reckless closeout.
Yeah, which is really important because, see, there's where you see the
I still call it a
crossing.
reckless closeout.
You have to
whatever.
allow the offensive player to have a landing ground.
So Mitchell looking to tack on a few more to her game-high 17 first-half points. Had 30 in the season opener in Indy on Saturday. Now the next major in women's golf is near, the U.S. Women's Open. Another fearless opener, Hungary, and for any one of them, the elusive pinnacle in the distance could be close at hand. The U.S. Women's Open begins June 4th.
Kelsey Mitchell makes both of them. She's up to 19 points. Now we've got Kelsey Plum bringing the ball up court.
50-37 Indiana.
Ray Burrow trying to screen, get open. Passes it over to Nneka. No good for Nneka Gwumake. Now we've got Caitlin Clark bringing the ball up. Cunningham screening for her. Aaliyah Boston down low. Come on. She kicks it out to Caitlin Clark, who drives in for 2. Now we've got Kelsey Plum driving in. Looks like Ray Burrell loses it, recovers. De'Arca Hamby gets the ball, kicks it out to Plum for 3. No good. Cunningham with the rebound. Passes it to Clark, who slowly brings it up court. Caitlin Clark guarded. She's being doubled. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Back to Clark, still being doubled. She kicks it out to Mitchell for three. No good. Mo Billings gets the rebound, but she's being tied up. Triple team. Cunningham slides in for two. Love a good game. Good game. Cunningham's two causes the Sparks to blow the whistle. We were at timeout.
The Sparks struggling to do the same. Let's take another look at that one. Billings to the cutting Cunningham.
Let's see.
Indy here in LA.
Make sure to give you guys a look at the stats for the players.
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda. Road trips won't wait. Neither should you. So bring on the thrills with a
Kelsey Plum leading all Sparks with 13. And we've got Mitchell leading the Fever with 19. Clark, only other Fever in double digits. Aaliyah Boston still 0 points. Not understanding what's happening there. Am I mistaken? I thought. Have they? I'm pretty confident I saw Ariel Atkins shoot 2 free throws. I'm wondering why they haven't updated it yet. Who do you guys have for the game? Obviously, it's going to be tough for the Fever to crawl themselves out of the game.
Just her second professional game here in Los Angeles for Caitlin Clark. 6 of 11 from the floor, 13 points for her. Kelsey Mitchell, 7 of 10, including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. She's got 19, and that is why Indiana has this 54-37 lead. Let's see if
I appreciate it. We've got brother in the chat.
Around this is the bunny. Hamby the offensive rebound.
Offensive foul going against Hamby.
Burrell's really frustrated with herself right now after missing that easy bunny.
And Hamby is confused. I'm a little bit confused as well. Let's take a look.
How did Hamby foul? Because she smacked her in the. She smacked Mo Billings in the face.
Okay, well that was the call. You saw that hand smacking into the face of Mo Billings.
All right, we've got Clark bringing the ball up court. Guarded by Wheeler. And who just, what was that call for?
The team actually practiced at UCLA yesterday, and Monique's picture, Kate, you'll remember, was plastered on the wall in the gym. Monique said there's always so much excitement.
I don't know what that was.
Home. It's really cool coming back, and her family always shows up and shows out for her here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Paris, that was so fun. Not just one, but 2 pictures.
Mitchell with 2.
In the gym at UCLA
The Sparks do not have an answer for Mitchell.
Head coach Corey Close is my new favorite.
Hamby out to NECA up top. Mitchell gets called for the foul, trying to fight over the screen.
Amazing coach. And that's the cool thing. I'm sure most of you women's basketball hoop heads who've been following the game for a long time know that UCLA's first national championship that they just won doesn't happen without those UCLA teams that had Mo Billings, that had Jordan Canada. Again, Sweet 16, Sweet 16, first Elite 8 since 1999 back in the.
All right, Harris checks in.
And, so Mo was very, very proud.
All right, we got
this season.
Plum for 3. No. Clark with the rebound.
The Sparks having a hard time getting some spacing on their offense, and they're just out of flow right now.
Yeah, and just
and
as well.
Clark with a non-shooting foul from Wheeler.
Wheeler's saying, well, how do I play defense? You see her kind of throwing up her hands in disgust.
Clark is having a good time. She loves all these foul calls.
Yes, exactly.
Hines Allen, 2-person game with Clark.
Clark being doubled. Passes it over to Hall. Kicks it out to Harris. No good.
Hines Allen, he'll get whistled for the offensive
Gets a
foul.
whistle for an offensive foul down low.
Now you see the LA Sparks being a little bit more aggressive here on the defensive side of the ball, trying to double team on the top. But look at Hines Allen just ripping down boards.
Yeah, and got Hamby in the throat, similar to what De'Erica did to Mo Billings.
All right, that was.
McKay expected Burrell to stay. She cut instead, and I think that's a good summation of where this Sparks offense is right now.
Yeah,
Sparks down by 20.
To it, and you can see the frustration, and there's plenty of time for them to get back into this game, and so you'll kind of look to Agumike.
Sparks coach is looking like I might lose my job.
Yeah, they can get going quick. Again, the second quarter on Sunday, their best one yet. Maybe their defense will do it. Nice effort there from Burrell. It's going to stay Indy basketball.
How many points has Burrell scored? 4 points?
18 points in the final 5 minutes. Almost had the pick six here.
Yeah, Ray Burrell is playing off of emotion right now. A lot of frustration, but it is leading to her trying to get in the passing lanes and see if she can force some turnovers.
I'm not sure if the Sparks weren't a better team last year with all their rookies.
Puerto Rico just last month. Caitlin Clark still looking for that first three-pointer here tonight. 0 for 5 now from beyond.
Clark having a tough three-point night.
Meanwhile, have missed 20 of their last 25 shots. Got to get something going. Plum bounces it to Agumike.
What are the Sparks doing?
Playing much better defense than they did against Dallas on Saturday. But Agumike just too good.
Yeah, I like that. I like Kelsey.
The Sparks are all playing ISO basketball at this point.
Agumike involved back in the offense. She just has so many.
So is Clark.
Offensively. Nice look once again
But
from Clark to a cutting Mo Billings. And those two were teammates on Team USA. About half the roster that competed for the red, white, and blue is on the court tonight here in LA. I tell you, the Stars abound. That's going to be number 3 on Kelsey Plum. As Brink and rookie Chance Gray gets set to check in again for the Sparks.
And the crowd boos. It doesn't work.
Here on USA continue next week. And they're going to go all summer long, everybody. Another must-watch doubleheader. Caitlin Clark and the Fever back home at Gainbridge, taking on the Fire, who came off that huge win last night. And Paige Beckers in the wings visiting the Sky. Our coverage begins at 6:30 right here on USA.
All right, Cameron Brink checks back in, the fan favorite.
Yeah, we have seen some really great things. I wanted to give a shout out to the Portland Fire because it is so cool to get that first win, and Bridget Carlton let them.
All right, we've got Plum with the ball up top. NECA fighting to get free. Now she's holding the ball at the 3. Now Plum is driving in. She changes her mind, kicks it back out to Wheeler, who kicks it out to Agumike, who drives and stripped by Mo Billings, who passes it off to Clark. Clark kicks it back to Billings, who kicks it back to Allen. The Fever are just outpacing the Sparks in every way right now.
Incredible ball movement, and what this is going to look
All right, we've got Plum passing it to Brink, who runs straight into a wall and turns the ball over.
Yeah, and it starts with
I'm sorry, but that was tough to watch.
Passes from her, but look at the movement. Everyone's trying to get it from side to side, looking for the best, easiest, highest percentage shot. And it's right there under the basket.
I mean, not in this building, but just nearby. The Showtime Lakers.
Excuse me.
Showtime Lakers to it.
I like it.
More on Cam Brink. Let's go over to Paris.
Cameron Brink with her first point.
3 years in the WNBA, Cam Brink has only played 34 games due to injury, and despite the setbacks last year, Cameron laughed a bit when I asked her about being healthy coming into the season. She told me she feels like she's been healthy for a while.
All right, 2 points for Cameron Brink.
And so this offseason, though, was the first time in her career that she's really just been able to focus on basketball, and that's exactly what she did.
I know one thing, the Sparks have decided we're going to just double team Caitlin Clark on every possession. All right. It looks like they're going to hunt Cameron Brink for fouls. And that didn't work out. They tried to foul hunt Cameron Brink.
Nice ball movement by LA off of that defensive stop. And yeah, Cam Brink, much different energy from 22 in purple than an opener on Sunday.
And Paris was just talking about the importance of Cam Brink feeling confident, comfortable again after that injury. And this is what will do it, is her getting involved in plays like this, getting that defensive stop, getting her team rolling, and then a really important couple of points as they try to fight their way
Give the
back into
kudos
this
to
thing.
Cameron Brink. The team is actually starting to do a little bit better with her on the floor.
Block on Caitlin Clark in the first half. A couple of great defensive stops that aren't going to show up on the stat sheet either, but 2 free throws there for Nneka. Lead 17 right now for Indy.
All right.
To go third quarter. But again, both of these offenses can
What in the
score
world?
quickly and in bunches, and there's an offensive foul on the Fever. So another empty possession for Indiana.
And that's what you need.
Indiana's
Take advantage of
gotten
the empty
real
possessions,
sloppy
get
in the
clock
second half.
stopped, and start figuring out ways to score the ball.
I'm going to ask again because it's important. What is going on with the Leah Boston?
Offensive foul on the Fever tonight. And unfortunately, the Sparks aren't going to be able to pay it off. Nneka Ogwumike is going to get called for a moving screen of her own.
A little back and forth. But yeah, that's a
hip check.
Yeah.
A hip check of sorts.
A little hip check on the side.
Stanford on Stanford there. Of course, Nneka Ogwumike.
All right.
Stanford Cardinal a few years before
We've got
Lexi Hall.
Clark up top.
Cameron Brink, Stanford alum as well. Caitlin Clark, the pride of Iowa. She draws the foul.
Clark draws the foul.
You think Caitlin Clark wants to start
The fans are not happy about that call.
See if they can get her on the board here tonight. She has done some good things in this game. She has 6 boards, a couple of assists.
Sparks are going to call a timeout to challenge Caitlin Clark's shooting foul. All right. We'll see how this game turns out. We've still got a lot of time left. But the Sparks have got to lock in. I didn't get a chance to read this chat earlier. It says, shout out to everyone in the chat, including Treoview. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out to South Bronx. Brother BKL Contreras, a.k.a. Sportman Guy. Appreciate the comment, brother. Hold fast, chat. I am going to take care of some business.
After review, Gray's arm is not in a vertical position while Clark goes up to shoot. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. Clark will be awarded 2 free throws. LA has lost their timeout and lost their ability to challenge the rest of the game.
Okay, so both teams have challenged, and both teams have been unsuccessful. And you can tell that Coach Roberts does not agree. I kind of understand it because it does look like as she's going back, her arms do go up straight and Clark does go into her. But there was a little bit of forward motion, and then maybe it was Clark pushing Gray back that made it look like she was in a legal guarding position. So that's why we announce and we don't officiate.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gave up that officiating.
Okay, well, let's take a look. Speaking of broadcasting, at the upcoming W National schedule, Prime Video has tomorrow's 2 games. The Lynx at the Dallas Wings, and then the Liberty and Fire go at it again. And then Friday on Ion, the Mystics in Indy to take on the Fever. Toronto here to take on the Sparks in LA. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Appreciate all of you tuning in late tonight on this Wednesday, the first of our many W headers to come on USA all summer long. Cam Brink having a night.
You could watch the confidence grow as the game goes on for Cam Brink.
Cole unable to answer. The rebound to Wheeler. Gray up and in. The first professional points for the rookie, Chance Gray. And Los Angeles has found something these last couple of minutes. Let's see if they can kick it out through the end of this quarter. Clark has it deflected. Boston regains possession. And then a foul.
Well, they picked up the energy on the defensive side of the ball, and you can really feel the intensity. And it starts with defense to get your offense going. But this is Cam Brink down low. That's a nice-looking post move down low, and she's feeling it. And then they're pushing pace, getting down court. And when you're trying to get back into a game, that's how you do it, by laying in, getting high percentage shots.
12th turnover for the Fever tonight. Led to 13 LA points, and that, shockingly, Leah, the first points for Leah Boston tonight.
Yeah, she has been incredibly quiet in this game. She has done some things in this game for sure, but she's been quiet with her points.
But hey, if your team is up 64-47, you're okay with it. Yeah, Boston has only attempted 2 field goals tonight, one of them from outside the arc. Just calling for another foul. You can see the confidence for Cam Brink growing again. Made a couple of great defensive plays in the first half, and now the offense is starting to click.
Coach Roberts said before the game that she had told Cam Brink, block out all the noise. Don't listen to anybody but your family member. As coaches, don't get on the internet and see what people are saying. Just focus on yourself and your game. And she apparently listened.
Rattles in that first free throw. A line change of sorts for the Fever. Cunningham, Billings, and Johnson back in, and that is the difference. Again, got into foul trouble early on Sunday, just understandably. Looked a little bit out of sync, as Paris mentioned earlier tonight. Just 34 games played in her first 2 seasons in the W because of that torn ACL. 15 games into a rookie year. This year 3 for the former number 2 overall pick. Went 1 pick behind Caitlin Clark. Chelsea Mitchell with 21, leading all scores tonight. And whistle underneath, going to go against Brink, who is battling for position with Boston.
But the Sparks fan have to be happy with the defensive effort they're seeing now from their team. Look at the battle down low with Cam Brink and Aaliyah Boston. They're going back and forth, and someone not happy about that at all.
Anybody who knows Coach Lynn Roberts knows she can be one of the more demonstrative head coaches, which makes for great TV, as Boston hits the first. But the defense, as you mentioned, is playing better. Just 17 points in this third quarter so far for the Fever.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just ticked up, and that's the type of intensity that everyone was kind of hoping for at the start of this season from this Sparks team.
Again, both teams have said, gonna take a while. It's just game number 2 for both the Sparks and the Fever. Sparks lost their home opener to the Aces here on Sunday. Fever fell to the Dallas Wings in Indy on Saturday. Kelsey Plum popping from the free throw line. Can't get that to go. Hamby might have inadvertently hit Mitchell in the face as she goes flying. Not surprisingly, a very physical game tonight.
Look at Sophie Cunningham bringing her team together. This is the type of energy that makes her special out there. You could just see her communicating, but look at Derica Hamby going down, just battling down low. I'll tell you what, to be a big in the WNBA, it is, you better be ready every single night. It just looks...
It is a war every night.
That's right.
On the floor here in the W as Hamby hits the first. She's got 9 now to go along with her 4 rebounds. Our halftime crew mentioned it. Fever with the edge on the boards, 25-17. Out rebounding the Sparks. India's done, beg your pardon, LA has done better when it comes to points in the paint. Now just -2 in that category. The rookie, Raven Johnson, can't finish. Brink, another rebound. Final buck 43rd quarter. Foul by Johnson on Plum. Just knocked her down top of the key.
I don't mind that foul from the rookie. You're young, you're trying to play aggressive defense. You're gonna get these types of fouls, but you can't use two hands. You can't.
But seeing that again,
the savvy vet went down pretty hard on that.
But you see the rookie,
but it's the two hands that gets her in trouble.
It is. But hey, maybe ball don't lie, as that one rims off. Plum, usually a very good free throw shooter, 89% last season. And she will split the free throws. But yeah, so fun talking to Raven Johnson at Fever practice. You can see it just by the colors of her shoes. She is a joy, she is a light, and her teammates are so happy to have this rookie now part of their club.
Yeah, I love it. I love the energy she's bringing to this team.
The step back from Mitchell. Off iron, there's the rook. Offensive rebound. Somehow snuck it through. Two Sparks defenders. Williams, the drive, trying to kick to Hines Allen. Instead of turnover. Wheeler. Over to Plum. And another offensive foul. And Hamby is furious.
She is not happy about that one. She's going to let the official know about it.
Been a frustrating night when it comes to fouls for both teams.
Yeah, there are a lot of calls being made, so you can see the tie-up down low with Sophie Cunningham and Dearica Hamby, and she did not think that was on her.
19 fouls now in this third quarter, Leah. Mitchell, wide right, Hamby the rebound. Just 7 made field goals combined for our two teams. Hamby taking it coast to coast.
Not bad.
That's what you do with your frustration. I had a feeling when she got that board that she may go all the way with it.
Fever led by 21 points at 1 point tonight. Sparks slowly but surely cutting into that deficit. And then Harris pulls 2 back for the Fever.
Harris said, not today. No, no, no.
Final 20 seconds of this third quarter. Plum with 15, leading the charge so far tonight for LA. Plum with 4, with 3, spinning, can't get the floater to go. And that will do it. So the Fever with a 16.
Why is Cameron Brink so upset?
As we head to the final 10 minutes tonight here in downtown LA. Ooh, that Santa Monica Pier always looking sweet. You're watching the WNBA on USA, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Let's take a picture. Let's take a picture for them. Get ready again. I'll get this guy.
Bid everywhere with iPhone 17 Pro. And stay connected.
I'm just taking a click on something random. I've got to watch the highlights of this game, so let's see if I can bring this up. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see if I could do it. I'm going to have to watch those highlights. I managed to make sure I didn't see the scores or anything from any of the actual game. I think for that I might bring the entire, cover up the entire screen. All right. Well, Sparks aren't doing great, but we'll see what happens in the last quarter of the game. Cameron Brink starting to show some life, but they've got no answer for Kelsey Mitchell at 21 points. Kaylin Clark, 15. You got Cunningham 9, Billings 8. Let's see. Let's check who's doing the most. Clark 6. We got Billings with 6. Cunningham 7. Boston 6 rebounds. It's been a very quiet night for Aaliyah Boston. I'm assuming it has something to do with these 4 personal fouls she already has. Still has an entire quarter of game left. No Sparks with that many fouls, but the Sparks are putting up a universal effort to get everyone 3 fouls. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 5 players with 3 fouls. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20 fouls for the Sparks. 5, 8, 10, 14, 15. Y'all not going to believe this. The Sparks have committed 20 fouls in the first 3 quarters. The Fever have been called for 19 fouls in the first quarter. All right, let's get the game sound back on and keep going.
To find her voice on this team, she told me she was in her element the second she stepped between those lines, and it's something she takes a lot of pride in.
All right, we got Cunningham for 3 to start the 4th quarter. All right, we got Plum bringing the ball up court. Plum drives, kicks it out to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell trying to drive it in. She kicks it out to Hamby at the 3, who drives in herself and gets an and 1.
This is why De'Erica Hamby is one of the best bigs in the WNBA. She's a finesse player down low who is so strong, but you look at the physicality she uses right there against Monique Billings.
Monique Billings did not need to commit that foul.
And she gets the edge.
Number 2 on Billings.
I'm sorry, but Cameron Brink was getting hot. I don't know why they decided to not let her start the 4th quarter.
Able to complete the 3-point play. So 14 now for Hamby, 15 for Plum, 9 for Gwumake. Who else wants to help them out? Cunningham with 12. Caitlin Clark, 15. Kelsey Mitchell, game high 21 for Indiana.
All right, we got Harris bringing the ball up.
The Indiana native, so happy to be back home playing for the team.
Kicks it out to Allen, who
Mitchell has it knocked away. Pinballs
kicks it to Mitchell, who just gives the ball back to the Sparks. And then Ray Burrell passes it to Plum, misses, goes out of bounds. Burrell is very upset. And their coach is looking very stressed right now.
17th turnover tonight for LA. That's
17 turnovers?
So far. Maybe a few more on this possession. Mitchell.
All right, we got Kelsey Mitchell
showing off the speed too.
Kicking it out to Cunningham.
Cunningham heaves from just inside the logo, caught by Hamby.
Air ball from Cunningham. Now Hamby driving.
Hamby going bowling and is going to get whistled for the
and gets whistled for the offensive foul.
Taking the contact there.
I don't know. Cunningham didn't tuck her chin.
And it's her 3rd offensive foul tonight.
Yeah, go sit down, Cunningham. I mean, we appreciate what you did, but
coast to coast here, and the defense was waiting for her.
She took the charge, but
she goes barreling into both of them.
Yep, a lot of contact there. Called on Hamby. So Cunningham will sit. The team with a 71-55 lead. 2 minutes gone in this 4th quarter. Both teams looking for their first win of the year. Fever lost to Dallas at home on Saturday, despite 30 from Kelsey
let's see.
Mitchell.
We got
Billings has it poked away by Hamby.
Billings turns the ball over. Now we've got Plum.
Down hole, fakes, drops it off to Hamby.
And then Hamby loses the ball back.
Simpson, who took it away.
I don't know what that.
Calls time. Not happy about some of the officiating recently. Going right over to one of our officials here tonight.
Stephanie White looks like she's about to punch the ref.
To this.
She about to knock his hair back on to his head.
You're all set. Thanks, Ted. Oh.
Let's check in with the player stats. We've got Monique Billings, 8 points, 6 rebounds. I'm just going to call out the points in their best stat. Sophie Cunningham, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Hold on, I need to check in with the Sparks rebounds. I figured. I'm like 6 rebounds. Let's see who's doing the most for the Sparks. We've got Dearica Hamby with 6 rebounds. Nneka Gwumake, 5 rebounds. Cameron Brink, 4 rebounds. Sparks down, it looks like, what, about 14 points at the moment? I just don't see why they sat Cameron Brink. 4 rebounds off the bench in 15 minutes is not bad. They're already getting dominated on the glass. Might as well let Cameron Brink in for that. You've got Ariel Atkins, who literally has 2 points as a starter, being outplayed by Cameron Brink in every single way. I understand she's a guard, but come on. That's ridiculous. That's completely unacceptable. A starter with 2 points. 2 assists. 3 fouls. It's ridiculous. Sit down. All right. Game's back on. Let's get the game sound back.
Brand of basketball, moving the ball, looking for the better shot. Caitlin Clark does a great job of distributing the ball to her teammates, but everybody was getting involved. That was Billings.
I'm going to be honest.
Extra passes.
The Sparks are looking like they might be the worst team in the NBA this season.
Yeah, you mentioned it, shooting 50%.
But we'll see.
A lot of those have been easy because of that ball movement. And the injury update. Let's go over to Paris Lawson.
Yeah, Kate, just an update from the Sparks. Ariel Atkins will be out for the remainder of the game with a head injury. A tough blow for the Sparks, losing a really key defensive player for the rest of the night.
Especially as we were just talking about how well the Fever offense is flowing. And
Ariel Atkins is useless.
Retooled defense. Caitlin Clark.
I don't care how much you try to gaslight Ariel Atkins.
Relatively quiet night.
That was a
terrible
trade.
The first 2 minutes got the crowd on its feet. They were hooting and hollering, but since then has cooled a little bit. 17 points now for Clark. Plum leaves it for Hamby. She'll shoot 2.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, Kate, as this season progresses. Well, first, let's take a look at this block here. And when Ariel Atkins gets hit in the face, oh, yeah, she did take a really big hit there underneath the basket.
Looked like Mo Billings inadvertently. Bow into Atkins. Just coming down from after passing that ball. So that's why Atkins will not return tonight for LA. So the steep hill that already existed.
Well, that's not bad because Ariel Atkins was not doing a thing before she left the game.
Takes care of business at the free throw line. She's got 16, 73-57. 7 to play tonight here in LA.
And why? What?
Hits the brakes. Can't get the roll. Does get the offensive rebound though and kicks out. Kelsey Mitchell, too strong.
And what I was going to say about this Indiana team, they have so many offensive options.
Right.
I'm wondering as this season goes
Kelsey
on,
Plum drives in, guarded by Lexi Hall.
Plum aggressive there, hitting the fadeaway.
Nice.
Well, and what a luxury that is when you're an offensive superstar, when you have so many teammates who can fill it up too.
Allen kicks it out to, oh, wow.
to Plum. Plenty of time for LA to get something going. Mitchell knocks it away into the hands of Burrell.
Ray Burrell with the ball.
Aaliyah
Boston knocks it out.
Basketball on the baseline, 13 now to shoot. As Ty Harris gets set to check back in for the Fever. Again, such a cool story. You're 7th.
All right, Kelsey Mitchell static.
Overall pick back in 2020.
I'm assuming that's going to be Kelsey Mitchell's night.
The Dallas Wings,
unless the Sparks go on a massive run.
She grew up cheering for it. She played high school ball not too far from Gamebridge Fieldhouse. And a foul on Lexi Hall.
The players have got to learn to play in this new system.
Because of a hamstring injury that kind of kept her out of the preseason. Just again, an abundance of caution for so many players on this Fever team after all the injuries they suffered last year.
Absolutely. And
Ray Burrell, do something.
Well. Burrell, nice
finally.
And she banks it in.
4 points for Ray Burrell in the game. Now we've got... Oh, terrible night for Caitlin Clark shooting for 3. Chance Gray gets swatted into the... Swatted by Aaliyah Boston. Now we've got Caitlin Clark driving, passes it out to Allen.
Aaliyah Boston, quiet offensively, but doing all the other things for the Fever tonight.
Lexi Ho.
They're battling down there with Ray Burrell. She's having Ray Burrell just so athletic.
Great battle. Great battle.
The Sparks may be losing terribly, but
doing it in here. I love this block. Sends it out.
they're putting up fight. You cannot knock them for not putting up fight.
First overall pick back in 2023 was Boston. She's the 2023 Rookie of the Year. She had 23 points.
Looks like Mo Billings' night is over as well.
On Saturday. Great inbounds play to Harris.
Harris for a quick 2-pointers, number 52 on the board. Now we've got Kelsey Plum driving for a quick 2 points.
Start getting some stops though. Down a dozen, 5 to go.
Yeah, this LA Sparks team has really had some
All right.
moments defensively where they had
Caitlin Clark up top.
but they couldn't make it happen on the other side of the court.
Drives in. Kicks it out for 3. 3 from Caitlin Clark. Let's see how the Sparks can answer. We've got Kelsey Plum bringing the ball up court. She's driving. Oh, and behind the back for 2. Both teams keeping the pace.
Okay, Kelsey Plum, we see you.
Harris telling the team, slow it down, calm it down.
Who wants to get some stops to
Clark asking for a screen from the top of the key. She drives in, kicks it out to up.
Lost it, picks it back up, and puts it in.
That was a sloppy 2, but it works.
Concentration there from Michaela Timpson.
Yeah, nice job staying with the play, not panicking.
Kelsey Plum kicks it out to him. He kicks it out to Burrell.
15 right now for the visitors.
Burrell drives in, rethinks it, and draws a foul.
By the whistle. Let's take a look at that first 3 tonight for Caitlin Clark.
It's a nice open look. Defense is late. Sees nothing but net, but look at the reaction she has. But then on the other side, it's Kelsey Plum, a little behind the back, easy lay-in. That is a fun move. Essential Kelsey Plum right there.
21 tonight for Plum, making 23. Plum fighting.
Plum is playing 1-on-5 right now.
Sparks got 20. Mitchell with 21 for the Fever. Harris has been a nice addition off the bench tonight. She's got 7. Boston.
Clark drives.
Clark's looking for some help.
Turns it over, kicks it out to Wheeler, who drives. This is the foul. Just foul.
Spinning. Can't lay it in but a whistle. And the entire Fever bench up on their feet, beside themselves at that call. Sparks fans, though, loving this effort from their squad late in this contest.
Yeah, they're going to battle this one all the way out. You have to love the play of Nneka Ogwumike in this last play because she's hustling and getting down court.
Timeout called on the foul.
For Boston. So Aaliyah Boston has fouled out. 3:32 to go here in LA.
As a
I'm not too worried about Aaliyah Boston. This is easily going to be the worst game of her season. Let's look at her stats. Aaliyah Boston fouled out. That's tough. 4 points. And those were all on free throws, it looks like. 0 for 3. She didn't shoot at all. She got 7 rebounds. 2 blocks. But 6 fouls. Interesting. At this point, the Sparks might as well put Cameron Brink back in because they are not getting any stops. They're scoring, don't get me wrong. The Sparks are managing to score, but they are not getting any stops. You need Cameron Brink's length. She's got, with 3 minutes left, she's got 4 fouls to burn. Put the woman back in the game. You need her length and her aggressiveness. Because, come on, Dearica Hamby is an undersized center. I know they play her at center, but she is undersized. How tall is Dearica Hamby? Does anybody know off the top of their head in the chat? How tall is Dearica Hamby? 6'3". So if 6'3" is... NECA playing forward, 6'2". All right. Let's see. We've got about 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Sparks down by 13. That's a tough hole to crawl out of, guys. Let's go ahead and bring the game sound back.
Coming up when this one goes final, the WNBA on USA post-game presented by Ford. And the night already over for Aaliyah Boston. Frustrating night, great on the glass.
Aaliyah Boston looks so frustrated. She is not looking happy right now.
Frustrating night.
Yeah, it is a frustrating night. Anytime you foul out of the game, anytime, it's frustrating for a player, and you can just see that in her face right now.
I don't think I've ever seen Aaliyah Boston with that face. Just pure sadness and pain. Tough.
Tonight for NECA to go along with her 5 rebounds and 3 steals. And Abdul-McKay hits the first. USA's hit series is back for a second season. All new cities, all new guests, the same monstrous appetite. Almost everything on the menu. With Braunstrom and June 5th on USA. That show does make me hungry. Post-game meal on me tonight, Leah B.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Leah B. Olson, Paris Lawson, Kate Scott here for the WNBA on USA. Appreciate all of you staying up late with us on a Wednesday night. We're going to have you covered with...
All right, we got Clark with the ball. Throws it into...
Native Mo Billings in her fever debut. Draws the foul. Billings will head to the line.
Yeah, smart play right there by Mo Billings, taking it in to Cam Brink and able to get herself on the free throw line. Just a smart move by a veteran player.
I'm glad they listened to me.
2 free throws coming.
If you've got fouls to burn, you got 3 minutes left, just throw Cameron Brink in. All right, let's see. We've got Mo Billings shooting. She's good with her first one. Let's see about that second one.
Corner of your screen to download that WNBA app now. As a star at Santiago High School in Corona, California.
She misses the second one.
That's a great high jumper, as anybody who knows track and field can tell just by looking at Mo Billings.
Absolutely. I bet she's probably good at anything that she did.
As the kids these days call them bunnies. We call them hops.
Okay.
But now we've, right, the kids, Paris is looking at the old ladies across the court and saying, "That's right, Kate, way to go." Trying to keep up.
All right, we got Neka Gwumake driving, kicks it out to Cameron Brink, who drives at the low post. Passes it back to Ray Burrell for two.
Cam Brink is doing some nice things in this game. I love that assist right there.
All right, we got Caitlin Clark bringing the ball up. Guarded by
8 points now for Burrell.
Ray Burrell. She gets by Burrell, guarded by...
Blocked by Brink into the hands of Billings. Great coordination and concentration by Billings, but then she misses the bunny. Timpson tried to save it, but
I'm trying to figure... Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to stop speaking, but Cameron Brink blocked the shot, and then instead of getting back on defense, she turned around and celebrated and never got back into the game. That was... I'm sure she's happy, but come on. Don't celebrate in the middle of a play. Brink cuts the lead down to single digits, and Caitlin Clark blows by her. We got Kelsey Plum with the ball, throws it into Brink. Brink with a turnaround. Now we've got Clark. I think the refs are going to let them play the rest of this game out. Kelsey Mitchell with the too long, no good. Cameron Brink with the rebound, passes it to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum drives, step backs, then drives again on Cunningham for an easy two. And a timeout called by the Indiana Fever.
An 11-3 Sparks run, and this crowd is loving it.
I love it, and it really.
The Fever have completely taken their foot off the gas.
Cam Brink is doing some special things right now, but look at this little post move, using her size and her physicality to battle down low. She has done a lot here.
The Indiana Fever have completely stopped playing defense, just letting the Sparks do whatever they want at 11-3 run. And it had to be in the last 2 minutes. The Sparks have scored 11 points to the Fever's 3 in the last 2 minutes.
Starts at Dix. This is the closest that the Sparks have been since it was 32-26.
Hey, look, Kate Martin over there.
Early in the second quarter. Kelsey Plum with 10 of her 25 points in this fourth quarter. And what a comeback it has been. Similar to the one we saw in the second quarter on Sunday. I would say this is a better time.
If the Sparks can pull this game out, I would be shocked.
Win this one. We'll see. Paris was listening to the...
I'd be shocked and very impressed if the Sparks can win this game.
Defensively.
The Sparks outscoring the Fever, Paris 24-15 in this fourth quarter. So yeah, they need to get some stops, need to stop the bleeding. As LA has cut the lead to 7, trailed by as many as 21 points here tonight. 1:20 to go. Clark gets it from Mitchell. 22 tonight for number 22 in white. Wheeler trying to get the offensive foul called on her. And again, no whistle. Clark loses her footing, turns it
Clark
over.
lost the ball. Ray Burrell driving. She should have kept going. She kicks it out to Plum.
From the corner. Left it short. Timpson, a big rebound there for the Fever.
The Fever slowing down the pace.
One for LA because everything was done to a T. Just a flat shot by Kelsey Plum.
Gotta get a stop here. Down 7, 40 seconds to play. Wheeler knocked it away, but none of her teammates could grab it before it bounced out of bounds. So Fever basketball.
Fever ball.
On the baseline, 7 now on the shot clock.
Who would have thought this game would come down to being this close?
Will go to take it in.
I'd have never thought it.
38.3 to go.
Kicks it out to Clark on top. Double teams.
Guarded by Wheeler. And there was an arm extension there by Clark. But she's going to earn the foul. Crowd not happy about it.
Okay, so a non-shooting foul. Clark thought she got a shooting foul.
Foul on Wheeler.
It's definitely a foul. She wraps her arm up.
And it comes to Mitchell, and up and down it goes. Another
There was a score during the replay. I didn't see what it was. Kelsey Plum driving, kicks it out to Ray Burrell. I'm starting to... And Burrell answers the question. They're going to have to start fouling.
All over Clark.
Are the Sparks really going to...
Still not. And finally the foul. You saw Coach Roberts right there looking like she was asking Wheeler to foul. Here's another
that's weird. They didn't foul Clark. She held the ball, burned down the clock. They didn't foul her for some reason.
It's just simply incredible. It's just an outstanding pass to get that in. And Mitchell does a great job finishing up the play.
He's one assist away from a double-double tonight. And she hits the first, and that should just about do it. 22 points. 9 of 18 from the floor. 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals.
There you go.
Her second professional game here in LA. Came close to a triple-double in her first professional win in her rookie season here in Los Angeles. And she is going to help the Fever pick up their first win of 2026.
And there you have it, guys. The score.
Final score.
87 Fever, 78.
78 Indiana.
Let's break down.
Clark again leading the way with those 24 points. Kelsey Mitchell right behind her with 23. Sophie Cunningham with 12 and 7.
Let's go ahead and cut the sound. Thank you guys for stopping by. This is Trio View, and I am out.